Can you just go all the way to infinity? Probably not. As you see, it moves backwards and forth between infinity and infinity. Basically, just a lot of different infinities backwards and forth. 1 notch, 2 notch, 3 notch, 4 notch, 5 notch, and then you're back into the distance markers. So there's 5 different infinity settings that you can choose from, and let's find what one is the best. Let's have a look now at our first example, and this was shot all the way over far right, all the way to infinity. Let's have a little zoom in on this building, and yeah, it's a bit blurry. You might argue that maybe it's a bit too close for infinity, but we'll get to that. Let's just skip straight to the next one, which is infinity and then 1 to the left, so -1 notch. And yeah, that's sharpened it up a little bit. Next one will be infinity -2 notches. And infinity -3 notches. Then infinity -4 notches. And infinity -5 notches. And at that point it drops back into the distance scale. So this is infinity -3 versus all the way over to infinity. Let's have a look. And when I compare them like that, you can clearly see that infinity -3 is a lot sharper than infinity. But that was probably 500-600 meters away, so let's see if the theory holds true. It's a little bit further away from us. So this one's a little bit further away. When I shot this, I didn't notice it at the time, but there's a handy electricity pylon here, which makes it quite easy to see how sharp it is. So this is infinity all the way to the right. Move along 1, so infinity -1 notch. Infinity -2 notch. Infinity -3 notch, -4 notch, and -5 notch. Now, you don't have to be Stevie Wonder to know that that is well blurry, and that's at -5. -4 is better, but still not the best. Yeah, and then -3 is still looking good, which is exactly the same as what it was on the first demonstration. So that's crank it all the way to the right and then click 3 to the left, so infinity -3 on that one. And just zoom out of there, makes for a nice photo, and there we can play with the exposure, play with the highlights, see what kind of photo we want from there. So let's see some more examples here. Okay, here we are at infinity, the building here. Let's have a little look around. It's pretty blurry. All these lovely lights here have just turned into sort of bokeh really, and this is very blurry indeed. So let's go infinity -1. Just tidied it up a little bit. -2. Yep, that's certainly looking a lot stronger. -3. Yeah, okay, you can actually see these as lights now rather than just balls of light. And then -4, we've lost it again. So once again in this example, it's crank it all the way to the right and then 3 clicks back to -3. So I've been doing a lot of testing with this for mostly stars, and it's held true for everything so far. What I found even more strange is if you start off to the left and then try and go 2 clicks to the right, it doesn't give the same result as starting all the way to the right and trying to go 3 clicks to the left. So good old focus by wire. So that's my system anyway. Crank it all the way to the right, all the way to infinity, and then click click click, 3 clicks left. It's been emotional.